Hey guys, welcome back. So last time that we were here, we went over all the symptoms and what happened leading up to me finding out about my diagnosis, stage 4 melanoma. So this time I kind of want to just jump into the story of me finding out and this leading up to one of the scariest days of my life. So it's a lot. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I'm getting a little bit better at the YouTube thing. I'm like learning all the terms. So yes, let's jump into it. April 26th was when I had that first MRI. So no one knew that it was cancer. Nobody knew what was even wrong or if there was anything really wrong at this point. So we went to Moffitt in Tampa. We went to the DRC. I'm going to say DRC so many times. That's basically their urgent care or emergency room. We stayed overnight. I had a CT of my brain. I had another MRI. Doctors were like, all right, we think it's melanoma. We think that it came back, but we're not completely 100% sure. So I was sent home and I felt okay. Like I wasn't really thinking too much of it. I wasn't thinking about it like, oh, this is definitely cancer. This is definitely like something's totally wrong. I was fine. I was just like, okay, we'll see what happens and we'll go get tested and see what it turns out to be. So in this time, I kind of decided that I wanted to document everything. So I went out and bought a camera. Again, I didn't know yet for sure if this was cancer, but we were pretty sure. So I went out, I bought a camera, and I was like, I'm gonna document my whole summer. And in my head, I was like, I'm gonna be in the best shape of my life at the end of this summer. My goal is to get my NASM certification throughout the summer and just like have a good time and hang out at home. I was like, it's fine, I can just hang out with my fam. So I decided, something good is gonna come out of this. I'm gonna document and I'm gonna share it with everyone, and people will know my reality rather than just looking at my social media and being like, this girl just goes out and has fun and is happy all the time. No, this is real life stuff that's happening. So I wanted to share it, and at that moment I kind of knew and decided like I'm gonna put all this out there.
Big. It's a backpack.
Watch me literally like never know how to do any of this.
Are you actually recording now?
Yeah. May 2nd was a huge day. I was at Moffitt for the whole day. So I met with my doctor and he told me the course of treatment. Immunotherapy is what they were like, this is the best option. This is our first choice for you. We're going to put you on something. He's explaining all of this, and honestly, I'm sitting there like, these are huge words and I don't know what they mean, so I'm just gonna listen to you and trust you. I was put on 2 drugs, so they told me that I would be on this for 4 rounds. So I would go in and just get it injected into me and then have that done 4 times. So and then I would move to just 1 drug for a year, and every month go in, get the 1 drug and be cool. I started on steroids that day too, and it was like a lower dosage. So I don't know what any of this stuff is. Like, I'm sitting there like, all right, just whatever you say. And they kind of told us that there wouldn't be that many side effects. Like, they told us the side effects, but they didn't make it sound scary or like anything was really gonna happen to me. Like, it could, but it probably won't, or it might not. They don't know. And immunotherapy is also newer. So they were like, we don't really know how your body will take it, which is fine. But they kind of gave us an idea that, oh, it wouldn't be that bad. So the same day I met with neuro-oncology. I was put on anti-seizure medication. I think they put me on 50 milligrams to start twice a day. Told me that I wasn't allowed to drive for 6 months. And I was like, all right, damn. And I'm a driver. Like, I like to be the person driving. I do not like to be driven ever. So that was a bummer. And then he recommended radiosurgery. And I'm like, what is radiosurgery? I was just really overwhelmed, I think, that day. And I was kind of at the point where I was getting so much information and so many like big medical terms being used that I was just not even comprehending. And I think that was for the best too, honestly, because I wasn't upset that day. Like, I just was kind of going from appointment to appointment, and I was like, okay, whatever you say, let's do it. So then I met with the radiation oncologist, Dr. Yu. He's so cute. He's so cute. I'll put a picture of him up here. But he said that he wanted to do SRS, stereotactic radiosurgery. What is that? So basically, they put you under a laser and they laser your brain. I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. Like, I'm getting my brain lasered. 3, 2, 1, action.
All right, we're making some immune boosting juice with carrots, apples, lemon, and celery, and ginger root. So we got a new juicer, and we're about to try it out for the first time. And Emily's drinking this juice no matter what it tastes like.
All right.
Cheers.
Say a prayer. I don't like carrots.
Cheers.
Low maintenance. Never had a massage. Never had a facial.
Well, you got a carrot mustache.
Is it good?
Nature. Let's get our vitamin I.
It tastes like carrots.
Tell everybody how much you love it.
Family that helps together stays together.
If I were you, I'd just chug it.
Really taught me.
I think I'm going to. I think I need a.
Are you filming?
Don't need a straw because we're saving the environment.
That's right.
What we do.
No straws. All right, I give
You
this.
know what? This is very good.
I give it like a 6 out of 10, like a D.
That's not horrible for a first try.
All right. Cheers. So that was a long day, and that same day I told everyone about my diagnosis. So I posted it on Instagram. I was flooded with, love and comments and just messages, texts, calls. It was a lot. And the next couple of days, I was being sent a lot of things, and I was kind of like, oh my God, so many people are reaching out and sending things. Like, something must be really wrong with me, because I didn't feel sick. Like, I felt fine. Brain felt a little weird. I was on medication, and the seizure medication that I was actually originally put on, I switched because it made me very moody, and it really, really affected me. Like, I could feel that I was medicated and I hated it. So I switched medications. But yeah, I felt completely fine. I was just living normally, and I was like, oh my gosh, these people think I'm so sick. Oh my gosh. And I was. This is really nice. May 7th, I had my first PET scan, and that's where they take a look at your whole body, and it lights up on the scan if there is anything worrisome. It looks like a Christmas tree or something. So I have lesions on my brain, my right lung, my trap, my deltoid, femur, tibia, and pancreas. A lot of places. I actually didn't even know for a couple weeks that I had cancer in my body. I thought it was just in my brain, and I don't know how I missed that in the appointments, but I think that I was just so overwhelmed that I was listening, but I wasn't actually digesting everything that they were saying. I was just kind of like sitting there like, oh, this sucks, but I don't really know what you're saying, but I'm gonna look at you and pretend I know. So yeah, I remember asking, I was like, wait, this is in my body too? I don't really, anyways, filled with a lot of cancer. So then I got my first infusion. We're in Thomas. All right, we just finished, what did we even do?
Blood draw.
Getting my blood drawn for like an hour. They couldn't find my veins. That was really fun. Got a whole arm full of some cute accessories. And now I'm about to eat. What did I get? Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit. I'm not allowed to eat any sugar. And I really want a muffin. And they have a lot. My dad's not. Yep. Yep. They have really good muffins here. But I'm being strong and not gonna eat them. We're just chilling, waiting for them to call me up for my immunotherapy. Round 1, day 1. Knock this out. What's happening? I'm feeling solid. Feeling good. A little anxious. Kind of hungry. Always. But
Even though you just had a bagel.
I did just have a biscuit. But got a warm blanket. Chair
Heated chair with
reclines.
massage.
It's heated. It's massage. In other words, I'm living the dream. Basically at a spa right now. Just finished up my first treatment, immunotherapy. I'm feeling good. We sat there for an hour and got my arm all busted up, but we're on the road to recovery.
Yep.
Yep. Good things.
Good things. All right, ready?
I was so excited for this day, like genuinely. You know the feeling when you're waiting for Christmas morning and you like can't sleep and you're just excited. I mean, this isn't something that you'd normally be excited about, but I had the mindset that this is the first day of me just kicking this thing's ass. So I went in for my first infusion. I was a little nervous. I had anxiety because like all these drugs are going in me and I don't know how it's gonna feel, if it's gonna hurt, if it's gonna like make my brain feel weird in any way. So I went in and it was fine. Like we sat down. They could not find a good vein in my arm. So when I was getting my IV, it took so long and I will never forget that. I had a bunch of wraps like all of my arm because they just kept poking me and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Yeah, and I got the best egg and cheese biscuit that day. So it all went well. And then 2 days later, I filmed the first video. Good morning. Here with the mother. We are on our way to go and do a video shoot with Josh Gicker. We're super excited. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I'm hoping to make a cameo like I am right now.
We're fasting today since 7:30 this morning. I'm getting a PET scan later.
You're gonna be radioactive.
I'm gonna be radioactive. Super cool. And we are just making the best out of this morning. Gonna try to get shit done. Got it. Can't look badass. Keep going. Let's go. My ass is out of breath.
Perfect. Perfect.
Is my face like,
Yeah.
is it?
No, you're good. You're good. Yep, that's great. It is toasting in here. Oh my gosh.
Sweating, like my butt is sweating.
Boom, just going to watch it.
That video was so much fun to film. My friend Josh Gicker came down and did just an amazing job editing. I did not edit that one. So that was really, really cool. And I was still feeling really good after I got the immunotherapy. So the following week I had an EEG done of my brain. So they put a bunch of stickies on my head, and there's this thing that comes towards you, and it's like a bunch of flashing lights. You have to close your eyes, open your eyes, do all this crazy stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It's kind of like being in a horrible rave atmosphere. Where my ravers at? But yeah, I had to do that. It was kind of to determine where my seizure activity was at. So it only took a little bit, but it was pretty intense. The next day I had my radio surgery. I took a ton of Ativan. I was feeling myself. I was walking down the hallway. I remember I was like seeing all these pictures, and I'm like, I can't wait to decorate my mask. I'm gonna put roses in it. And my parents are like, oh my God. And I'm still gonna do that. I am gonna do that because I think it'll be cute for when I'm cancer free and I can hold it up and be like, I think it's cute. Comment if you think that would be cute, because I think it would be. So I went in and I was like a little nervous, but the medicine helped me a lot. I just didn't want to wear the mask because, you know, and it was a longer time. So I was like, they're like, do you want any music on? I was like, do you have Beyonce? And they're like, yes. So they play Beyonce the whole time, which honestly, thank you, Beyonce, for getting me through that. I just want to put it out there if you see this video. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, I think the worst part of it was I could kind of smell like a little burning in like my head, if that makes sense, as they were doing the procedure. And that sounds a little gross, but I didn't feel anything. I couldn't feel it at all. They would just move the table and put me in different positions, and it was fine. And I got up after having my brain lasered, and I walked out and I took selfies with my doctor. I was like, that was fine. I think I did like a little heel click on my way out. It was all fine. Okay. We are living the life.
Hey! Picking a movie.
It's cold in here.
The next day was the scariest, probably the worst day of my life so far. It's when everything just started going downhill really, really fast, and I got really, really sick really fast. And it's gonna be hard to talk about, but I feel it's important. It's a big part of my journey, and you know, hopefully I never get to that point ever again, but I did, and it's real, and I'm gonna share it with you, and I hope that, you know, I'm willing to be vulnerable and just put it out there. So check out my next video, and thank you so much for listening to this story. I really just want to put myself out there and share my reality and what's been going on and take you guys on this journey with me, because we're gonna make it to the end together now. And I'm excited. I can't wait to post that I'm cancer free, because it's gonna happen. So have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching. Follow my Insta, like, subscribe, the YouTube things. Yeah. Mwah.